Alright, I am now back, and I'm also joined by Mickey. God damn it, Mickey. Now let's read part 2. Sneaking out of town one day, the brave little boy was spotted by his friend, Little Bird. Where are you going? Monster's head and it's dangerous. That's exactly what I need your help with. Did you go to the other side of the mountain and peck the monster on the head for me? You're small, and you can do it while flying. Bird pressed on the little boy's shoulder. Alright, you're my friend, so I'll help you. The boy and the bird climbed the mountain. Bones and the monster's victims were scattered across the mountainside, and the monster's fearsome bellow grew louder and louder. Here we go, said the bird as it took off, and the boy collected some sharp, pointy stones and put them in his pocket. As he approached the mountaintop, the boy saw the gigantic monster. He sat still and waited silently until, from the other side of the mountain, he saw the bird shoot down like an arrow and peck the monster's head with his sharp beak. The monster, surprised, turned around and tried to swallow the impertinent little bird. Just then, the boy lunged at the monster's exposed tail and drove a sharp stone deep in the soft flesh of the beast. The monster flailed about in pain, but the boy held on to his tail, refusing to let go. One by one, he plunged all the sharp stones from his pocket into the monster's tail. Eventually, it proved to be too much for the mighty beast, and with a mighty thump, he fell to the ground. The brave little boy found the kidnapped princess and returned home to his mother. The boy married the princess, and his bird friend was awarded all the bread crusts he could eat, and they all lived happily ever after. That's disappointing. Check the pot. Insect innards. Mickey, you're not insect innards. Oh, that's what I need for bio ring. Okay. Doing herb. What's in your bedroom? Only bedroom. And gold. I think by now I've paid back the in-visit. Yeah, I definitely have. Okay, that's weird. Do the boys sleep here and the mother sleeps in the bedroom? Where does who does this bed belong to then? Or is there a father we don't see? That's weird. No. Oh, shoot me. Check this pot. Want a capsule. Mint powder. Miss this. Sticky tape. Oh. Kaugen. Hope I'm saying that right. Thank you very much for the follow. How are you doing? There's the healing herb. And then here. Seeds of Terror. And money. Seeds of Terror gotta give me something. Fear ring. Oh, really? Terror is a side effect? Yeah, there. I know a lot of games have fear as a side effect. It's always weird to see. Mysterious perfumes. And M- magic, magic. Okay. And alright, that's not it. We do have another dream here in town that I actually went past the location of. Luckily, we are actually very close to it. In fact, it's actually right down here. Thank you. Now the loading is all taken care of. Are you sure it's okay? Will the captain yell at you if he finds out how much you helped me? Ah, don't worry about it. This sort of thing we can handle in a flash. Yeah, good. Then think of it as payback for all the hot lunches you made us. Need any more help? Just give us a call. Letters from a week. Once there was a woman who came from a foreign land to marry into an old family. Her husband was from a tiny village in the mountains, but he was working in a thriving harbor town abroad when he met and fell in love with her. At the time he asked her to marry him, his father in his home country collapsed. At the time he asked her to marry him, his father in his home country collapsed and died. Being the eldest son in his family, the young man had no choice but to return to his homeland, taking her with him, of course. Her name was Minna. This was not a name used by a woman of his homeland. Indeed, her name was not the only thing about her that was different. The color of her skin, hair, and eyes, and the language she spoke were all different. Had the young man's hometown been a harbor city where people in many different lands crossed paths, perhaps there would have been nothing unusual about this. In such places, there were any number of homes that welcomed foreign men and women into the family, generation after generation. Accidentally swallowed a little bit of air. But this was about as deep in the country as you could get, the young man told Time, dying on the night he made Minna his wife. Time rushed here all the way from the harbor town in the far country to attend the wedding. At the banquet, the young man had given Time a look, and two had slipped away from the festivities. They were standing in the garden, looking at the night sky. When the eldest son marries, his wishes are of no importance. What matters is family. The two families negotiate the engagement, and a bride is chosen who is acceptable to the groom's parents. That's how it was with my parents, and my grandparents did the same. I know what you mean, I said with a nod. Judging from the formal wedding ceremony, it was easy to imagine the highly conservative nature of the area. Just as easy as it was that the relatives had not welcomed Minna to the family. Alex, Time said to the young man. Yes. The young man answered, still looking at the sky. You are the only one who can protect Minna, you. I know that much, Time. Minna is a wonderful girl. I know that too, of course. The three were good friends. Alex, Time and Alex had worked together offloading ships at the same pier, and also together that they had often gone to the neighborhood where Minna worked in an outdoor stall. Even now, Time retains the bittersweet memory of Alex and Minna struggling to communicate in each other's languages. You know, Time, Alex said that night under the sky. I think you sensed it too, but Minna was drawn less to me than to. Time cut him short. Never mind, he said with a pained smile. Of course, Time knew how Minna felt, and if you respond to her feelings, she and Alex would not have been married here today. But Time had held back. Instead, he had urged Alex to pursue his love for Minna and help the two come face to face. He felt no regrets about having played the part of an unlikely Cupid for them. The destiny continues never-ending journey. Time was unable to love Minna in return. One of Alex's uncles stepped out from his house drunk. Hey Alex, what are you doing out here? He growled. The groom can't be absent from the reception. Sure, I'll be right there, Alex said, turning toward his uncle. Time tapped him on the shoulder. Make Minna happy, Alex. Leave it to me, he answered with a smile. Come on, said the uncle. Hurry up. You were supposed to sit there the whole time. Our family's here. We're going to drink the night away. He grabbed Alex's hand and dragged him back into the house. The man was all smiles with Alex. When he glanced at Time, his borderline polite smile did not disguise the gleam of distrust in his eye for an outsider. Time was sure he noticed that same gleam, though perhaps not as openly displayed, in the eyes that lined on Minna. So that was the kind of village to which Minna had come as a bride, which Minna has come as bride. You better make her happy, Alex. Time called out again towards friends repeating for him. I'm counting on you. But now the uncle had his arm around Alex's shoulders and was noisily monopolizing his nephew's attention. Alex never heard those words from Time. It was 3 months later when Alex came to visit Time and worked on the pier. I'm down on a bike trip, so I thought stop by to say hello, Alex announced. But, judging from the fatigue evident on his friend's face, Time had pretty good reason for his real reason for coming here. As casually as possible, Time asked, how's Minna doing? With a feeble smile, Alex replied, after the wedding, things happened. Minna had been accepted neither as a member of the family nor as a resident of the village. There are too many differences in daily customs and culture, but the one thing that made Minna too different from a tiny village was the brown color of her skin. If only she could speak with people. Minna is trying her best to learn our language, but my mother and the other relatives make no attempt to learn hers. Not so much as good morning or thank you. They insist it's up to the daughter-in-law to do all the adapting. Still, Minna was working hard to draw closer to Alex's friends and Alex's family and birthplace. She was the first one out to do the fields in the morning, work without a break until the sun went down, and do sewing until late at night. Try to talk to people in local dialect that Alex taught to her, using gestures and body language, and she would apologize profusely with abject smiles whenever she failed to understand what they were doing. Tom could easily imagine Minna going through these exertions, which made Alex's report to him all the more painful to him. You should come visit us now and then, Kime. Minna would love to see you too. Kime responded vaguely with a silent nod. When Alex added, I want you to come cheer her up, he said nothing in reply. What's wrong, Kime? Are you angry? I'm not going to visit. Why not? You promised me you'd make her happy, remember? You agreed that you're the only one who can do that. But still, sorry, I haven't got time for this. I have to get the ship loaded before it sails at sunset. With his curt dismissal, Kime turned away and continued working. Alex stared at him from behind, looking frustrated and confused. Kime could feel his friend's gaze on his back. Because he could feel it, he kept working without another backward glance. Eventually, Alex gave up and left. Neither man spoke words of farewell. A year after the wedding, Minna gave birth to a son. The boy had brown skin like his mother. He just started crawling when Alex visited Kime again. There's talk of divorce, Alex said. There's nothing wrong with our relationship. Minna and I love each other, that's for certain. But my mother and relatives say there's no way they can accept a brown-skinned child as the family heir. His existence supposedly harms the marriage prospects of my younger brother and sister, too. So they want us to send the baby to Minna's family. It's gone that far. Alex had lost a great deal of weight. He was obviously living with much pain every day, trapped as he was between family and Minna. None of this made sense to Kime. However trapped Alex may be, as long as he was firm on what was important to him, there could only be one answer to his family's demands, and he should be able to arrive at it without anguish or confusion. I know how strong you are, Alex sighed, speaking to Kime's back as Kime went on hoisting huge, spine-snapping crates in silence. Longshoremen here were well paid for handling crates on their own. Loads that would take 3 ordinary men to lift. The daily wage was calculated by the number of loads each man lifted, so asking for help would result in a pay cut. For this reason, Kyle and the others never complained or asked for help. They would even lift the heaviest loads by themselves. Alex had been like that too. If someone nearby had asked him, "Are you going to be okay with that?" he would be all the more determined to do it on his own. Fine, fine, he would smile, gritting his teeth. He would lift the giant load. But Alex was not like that anymore. I'm starting to think that maybe in the long run, tying Minna down to a life in my villages is going to make her unhappy. Marilla to say they'll support Minna and the baby, so it's not as if I'd be abandoning her or chasing her away. It's just that, for both our sakes, starting a new life. Having finished piling crates on deck, I turned toward Alex for the first time. He was looking down at Alex on the pier. And you're alright with that? Huh? If you're convinced it's the right thing, then go ahead and do it. It's not for me to interfere. Let's do some real quick stretching. Alex's teacher distorted under the impact of Time's words. Time said nothing more and went back to work. Alex had no idea that Minna had been writing to Time on occasion shortly after the wedding. And with the hardships she had been facing in the home of her husband's family, she had not said a word. Instead, she was taught how happy her current life was to declare repeatedly how much Alex loved her. Always, the letters would end like this. I'm sure you too must be living happily, Kime. This is why Alex's reported situation at home filled him with such intense anger and frustration. He never answered Minna's letters. He felt certain that if he were to write to her, whether with words of encouragement or comfort, even playing along with her sad lies, something important that gave her spiritual support, snap in two. Come see the baby, Kime, Alex pleaded. Minna would be thrilled if you did that. Instead of responding to Alex, Kime called out to him from on deck. See that crate over there? Can you lift it? The crate near Alex was the same size and weight as the one Kime had just loaded onto the ship. In the old days, Alex would not have hesitated to carry it up the ship, every muscle in his body shuddering. Now, however, Alex gave Kime one timid glance and, smiling to hide his embarrassment, and said, almost only, not me. Kime said nothing more. He felt strongly that their long friendship come to an end, though in fact for Kime, whose life would go through all eternity, it had been nothing more than a momentary acquaintance. Kime has been on his endless journey ever since. Now and then he thinks back to those bygone days. Both Alex and Minna long ago came to dwell among his distant memories. The kind of memories that revive with a deep sense of bitterness, and are there to this day. Alex made his third trip to see Kime the year after the baby was born. Having wasted away to a mere shadow of his former self, Alex stared vacantly at Kime. His voice lacked all intonation as he announced Minna's death. She had killed herself, hanged herself in the barn. Kime was amazed at his own detachment as he took in Alex's words. Minna's letters had stopped coming several months earlier. Either she no longer needed to spin those sad little lives about being accepted by Alex's family in township, or she lost her strength to invent them anymore. In fact, it was the letter I was learning now. To the very end, she could not make anyone accept her. My mother, my family, or the town, Alex said tearfully. She was all alone, finally, to the very end. Without a word, Kime punched Alex in the face. Alex seemed to know and accept the fact that the punch would be coming. He did nothing to resist or defend himself. The fist hit him full on and sent him sprawling in the road. Why? Kime demanded to know. Why did you say she was all alone? And when Alex righted himself, he smashed him in the face again. Alex began coughing violently and uncontrollably, and when he spat up a gob of blood, a broken back tooth came with it. Time knew well enough that Alex was suffering too, that he'd been engaged in a desperate struggle to do something about being trapped between family and wife. Otherwise, he never would have wasted away so dramatically from the brawny young man he used to be. As well as he knew this, however, Time would not forgive him. He had promised, he'd given his word, he would make Minna happy, he would protect her. Time could never forgive Alex for failing to make good on his oath. Wiping the blood from his mouth from the back of his hand, Alex dragged himself to his feet. I know how strong you are, he said to Kime as he had once before, but this time his words took on a far sadder tone. But let me tell you this, Kime. My mother and my relatives and the others, their way of looking at things is not completely crazy. Live in peace and quiet in the country, you have to follow the country's special rules. It just happens that one of those rules was not to accept a bride like Minna. I was born and raised in that village, and I know the village's code, know it all too well. Which is why I've been in such pain all these months. I'm weakling, I suppose. In your eyes, I'm probably so weak you want to spit on me. So laugh at me. Hit me. Despise me if you want to. Come on, hit me again. Alex thrust his face at Kime for more punishment, and Kime threw another punch. This one landed squarely on his nose, and may have broken it. Alex crumpled to his knees. The blood that gushed from his nose was blacker than the blood from his mouth. Alex looked at Kime with a smile of self-derision. At least I'm pronouncing that right. I've never heard that word either. Minna should have been with you. That's what I think. If she had married you and not some weakling like me, you'd still be alive. With a wordless, strangled cry of rage, Kime lunged at Alex, grabbing him by the collar and hoisting him to his feet. Another punch, and still another. Kime was not planning to stop punching Alex. Now, though with Kime's hand still fastened in front of his shirt, Alex looked straight at Kime for the first time since coming to the dock. Why didn't you answer Minna's letters? That's all she was hoping for. A letter from you. So he knew. Alex knew everything. It's terrible out there in the country. Anyone wants to find out who wrote letters and who got them. Everyone out there is like family. Everybody but Minna, that is. If Alex wanted to, he could have quashed Minna's letters easily. Then, not one of her sad little lies would have reached Kime. But instead, Alex had read the letters, resealed the envelopes, and sent them to Kime one after another. The internalized sad little lies started looking for Kime's answers even before she did. Kime stopped in his fist in midair and asked, how could I possibly have answered her? Why not? Alex retorted. You knew how trapped she was feeling. You must have known how much encouragement one word from you could have given her. But you were Minna's husband. Yes, that's true. You were always the one deepest in her heart. I knew that, and because I knew it, there was only one thing I could do. No, that couldn't be. Astounded, I lowered his fist as Alex said, I wrote to her. I pretended I was you. I wrote her letter after letter. Be strong, I told her. Keep your spirits up. I'll come to see you soon. You're too strong, Kime. So you can't understand the feelings of weak people. But I don't have that problem. I'm weak. I understood how a weakling like Minna felt. Alex cried, the blood streaming from his nose and mouth. There's one thing I don't know, though, Kime. I don't know whether Minna was actually believed the letters I wrote for from you, or whether she knew what I was doing and pretended to believe, I wonder. Was life in my village so painful to her that she couldn't go on living without pretending to believe? Kime made no attempt to answer Alex's question. Slowly, he let the strength go out of his clenched fist and released his grip on Alex's shirt. No. This was actually kind of fucking heavy, I'm not gonna lie. Alex drew a step back from him, then took another step, putting distance between them before his final revelation. There was one letter, just one, that I then sent to you. That was 3 months ago. It was the first letter in which Minna begged you for help. She said she wanted to run away and asked you to come and save her as soon as possible, to rescue her and the baby. That was the letter Alex threw away. Closing his time, he wrote a two-word answer. Be strong. The day after she read the letter from Alex, Minna hanged herself in the barn. Time stood rooted to the spot, crestfallen. This left him momentarily defenseless. Alex shot his fist at Time's solar plexus, though his shield blow could hardly be called a punch. The pain inflicted might have been greater for Alex's own fist than for Time's superly conditioned muscles. What an idiot I was. Be strong. Such words meant something to somebody like you, but to burn a weak person like Minna with them? No, they could only break and crush her. Alex gave another tearful, self-disparaging smile and thrust his face towards Kime. So hit me. I don't give a damn. Hit me all you want. Beat the hell out of me. But let me ask you this, Kime. If I had sent her last letter to you, would you finally answer that one? Would you have been able to accept Minna and all her weakness? I did not know how to answer this question, nor did he raise the clenched fist to Alex again. So ended the story of Time and Alex. Alex turned. Leave that alone. He was trying to get at my controller thing. Alex turned and walked away. The Time could not bring himself to call out to him. He simply stood there, drained of all emotion, watched him go. Alex did, however, turn to face Kime again when he had put enough distance between them so that Kime could barely make out his voice. I tell you this much, Kime, he shouted. I'm going to raise that boy of mine. I'll make him into a man of my village. He may have been too weak to be a husband, but as father, I'll do better. I'll make him happy. Kime returned his words with a silent nod. Alex allowed the hint of a smile to show on his badly swollen face. He then turned on his heels once more and strode away. I never saw Alex again. Every now and then, I remembers Alex and Minna as he proceeds on his endlessly long journey. When he thinks back on what he himself was like in those days, wanting only to be strong in all things, the memory is a bitter one. Mickey wants out. If only he had been the person he is today. The present day Kime would not have rejected such human weakness. Now accept the fact. Sometimes with a pained smile, sometimes with genuine heartbreak, that everyone is weak. If only he could begin his journey again, Minna might not have had to die. But this is no more than a hopeless dream. He meets them only once, and they are gone forever. The mortals, the humans, the ones without eternal life. This is what makes it all the more clear to him. This is what makes his breast burn for them. Aware that he's failed to love human weakness throughout his battles and his wandering. Time turns a step towards Alex's old village. Alex, of course, is long since dead. But Alex's descendants, he can tell at a glance. They have brown skin. Brown-skinned youths are the ones in charge of village festivals. Brown-skinned old women teach girls how to weave floral decoration. Brown-skinned children and those who are not brown play together in all innocence, free of care. Perhaps this can compromise a tiny epilogue to the story of Alex, Time, and Minna. The graves of Alex and Minna lie side by side atop a lone, low, windswept hill. Time picks flowers from the field and offers them at the doomed couple's graves before returning to the road. What is human strength after all? Time still does not know the answer to this question, and this is why again today this journey must go on. That really was a heavy one. One thing I do want to actually comment on that entire story, though, and this one is essentially going to be kind of a very big statement to make, but honestly, it's one I stand by. Love is love. Learn to, if you choose to, if your child, parent, or a family member chooses to fall in love with someone, even if their skin is a different color, accept them. We are all humans. If you want to be, I do not allow anyone who basically does, I do not accept anyone who, okay, there we go. I do not accept anyone who does not respect anyone for the color of their skin, their gender identity. That. I think I'm probably fucking up that. I do not accept people who do. Yeah. If you're a bigot, racist, homophobic, transphobic, whatever, you can go to fucking hell. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. I am not someone who will respect any of those viewpoints. Those viewpoints, I hate you. You are a garbage human being. Alright. Is there anything on this side? No. Alright. Okay, let's see if we can leave town. Okay, we can leave town. Cool. Oh, port in Crimson Forest. Oh, I can't go back to these spots. Oh, shit. Okay. Let's go to the port. Let's go to the port. Oh. Alright, so let's explore here. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's just basically the place that was blocked off. Why allow me to go here if you're just gonna if I can't go to them via these ways?
Wow, that's an unusual color for a flower.
Whoa, no kidding. Girls like flowers. Hey, mind letting me have one? Ow!
Don't pick 'em!
Hey, you little brat. Next time, say that before you hit someone. You got that, kid?
Shut up, you old...
These are old? Oh, I'm going home.
That was funny.
What are they called again? Tender flora. Yeah, what he said. Mom loves these flowers. They never wilt. She says they make people
Fuck
happy
you, Jensen.
Mom feels sorry for them since they're so pretty. And people just pick them whenever they want. You know, I bet there are lots of people out there who would pick a flower if they knew it could make them happy.
It's because they're growing here that makes you happy.
You're right. You know, if you leave them here, then they can make everyone happy. You're the only one who's ever said that. You must be a good person. Well, thank you. What's your name? I'm Cook, and this is my little brother, Mac. Cook and Mac. Gotcha. I'm Seth. Nice to meet you. Kime?
Kime, hey, snap out of
Jensen, where did you come from? You ran off. You ran off. Where did you come from?
They were blooming. What? Back then. Back what?
Back then? Back when?
Check it out. It's those prisoners the Queen just released. Yes, this looks suspicious. What are you characters up to?
Hey, stay back! Watch out for the flowers! Please.
Flowers?
Hey, if you want to pick a fight, do it someplace else.
Hey, those are tender flora. You know, the ones that'll make you happy.
Oh, I've heard good things about them.
You're thinking about your girl, aren't you?
Yeah, if I bring her these flowers, getting her in the sack would be a snap. I am on the same wavelength with that guy.
Jensen, shut the fuck up.
Don't even go there, Jansen.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, you can't have them.
What's with you, kid? Out of my way!
And you just lost hand privileges, sir.
Yeah.
Real mature there, picking on a kid. Uh-oh. Hey, fine.
Listen up, losers. The Numaran military has the right to seize anything that grows on Numaran soil, including those flowers.
It's just a bunch of flowers. It's silly to pick a fight over something so small.
What's with you?
Out of the way, kid. It's no big deal. I'm just gonna take 2 or 3.
No.
What's with you, kid? I can't
Don't start
hear
stealing
you.
people's hands.
No.
No, if you're gonna hurt a kid, you lose
I
your
can't
hand
hear
privileges.
you. Oh, how cute! Hey, check out the tough guy.
I'm not moving.
Hey! Crap!
Must be some really fucking weak horses if they're just gonna run off from a kid shouting.
What the hell's got him so worked up?
Hey, we could use this kid as the official flower guard. We've got quite a crew of strangers and brats here, eh?
Why don't all of you get lost? You're mucking up Numara.
Get your hands up him! You idiots are the ones who should get lost. Your breath is so bad, it wilts the flowers!
Cook.
Oh, not bad. I like that. Good choice of words. Very nice. Good. Loved it.
Hey, you little brat! That's not how you address a Numaran soldier. Just because you're a kid doesn't mean you can get away with stuff like that.
Murdering idiots, my favorite past. Murdering idiots that are way too big for their britches.
I wonder how long your chivalry will last.
A lot longer than your cowardice. Alright, so... Reserving Ultra. Angering, no, we'll leave. And Prism. Really should not be fucking hitting me that hard. Really should not be hitting me that fucking hard. I'm sorry. Fuck off. Like, fuck off with that type of shit.
Okay.
Fuck off. Fuck off. I fucking hate that type of shit. The damage ceiling, this is the, it's like, am I too low for this level? I can't fucking do anything here. Unless you like want me to go into the fucking forest, and it's like, I thought that was the story bit. Oh my god! Fuck off! The damage ceiling in this game sucked! Alright, well, alright. That's gonna be for the stream.